And so what I recognize about myself in my perimenopausal state is that my vagina and my vulva was becoming finicky. What is finicky? I don't know if you can see this. Can you see this? This is the pill itself. Okay, I'm going to just put it in here because I'm going to use it later. Yes, I'm going to tell y'all all my business. Look how little this is. Do you see how medium this pill is? It's the right size. It's just enough vaginal estrogen. And so lubrication or even long-lasting lubes are water, essentially. But estrogen is fertilizer. And so your body, if it's starting to kind of get lower in that, you'll notice a difference. And what does that feel like? Today is a topic that's near and dear to my heart as your perimenopausal gynecologist, and it is vaginal estrogen. As always, we're taking off the white coat and we're going to get into So, how do you know if you need vaginal estrogen? Let me tell you something. First of all, let's talk about what it is. Estrogen is a hormone that feeds all of our organ systems, actually, especially as women. You have it. It goes through your skin. It goes into your joints. It goes into your hair. It goes into your vagina, vulva, all the things. And the tissues, I still actually have this because I did a video. The tissues of the vagina and vulva actually responsive to estrogen. So, we think about the vagina as kind of wet, kind of moisture filled, right? And so, yes, there's water involved, but I think about estrogen like fertilizer. So it's the difference between watering a garden, which the garden needs water. We got to drink water. We need water. And fertilizing a garden, which gives nutrients to your garden, to your flowers, or to your vegetables. They need nutrients. They don't just need water. And so lubrication or even long-lasting lubes are water, essentially. But estrogen is fertilizer. And so your body, if it's starting to kind of get lower in that, you'll notice a difference. And what does that feel like? It can feel like itching, irritation. It can feel like discomfort, dryness. Dryness is a word that's interesting because when people say that they feel dry, like I'm always like, what does that mean? Does it mean itchy? Does it mean sticky? Does it mean like irritated? Because dry can manifest as very, very different feelings for different people, depending on what they call dry. So, but anyway, neither here nor there, right? Dryness is often a sign of low estrogen. And so what I recognize about myself in my perimenopausal state is that my vagina and my vulva was becoming finicky. What is finicky? You heard the word finicky? Finicky, like it's just like particular, it's persnickety as my mama used to call it. Well, she didn't call my vulva that, but she would just say like, oh, they persnickety, they're finicky. Like you don't want to eat this, you want to do that. Like anything that would bother me more nowadays. Any change in soap, any change in detergent, any like even foods. Like I mess around to eat the wrong thing and I'm like, oh, why am I uncomfortable? I'm like, yo, why are you being so persnickety down there, being finicky? I'm like, okay, you know what I need? A little vaginal estrogen. And so I actually ordered some for myself. This is a sample of what I got. I don't love, first of all, applicators are tools of the devil, at least in the setting of perimenopause, because the tissues are already a little fragile, a little delicate. The last thing you need is a big plastic thing going up there. And then also the environment, like can I show you this? This is crazy. Okay, I'm a little annoyed, if I'm honest, as you can tell, that this is how the pills, you can get vaginal estrogen in pill form, in cream form, in suppository form. This one is kind of a generic and it came in a pill form, but then it came in these long applicators. So when you open it up, I don't know if you can see this. Can you see this? This is the pill itself. Okay, I'm going to just put it in here because I'm going to use it later. Yes, I'm going to tell y'all all my business. Look how little this is. Do you see how medium this pill is? It's the right size. It's just enough vaginal estrogen. But what is all of this going into the landfill for why? You know what I mean? Like I'm annoyed and I'm going to be careful the next time I order that I don't get this particular version, because if you guys know me and you know my brand even, I'm all about the compostable, packaging. I'm all about sustainable materials. This is ridiculous, Now, I will put this inside of the vagina. I'm going to put it, this is my vagina. I'll put it in there and put it as high as I can put it so that it can kind of rain down on me, down on me. That's my Jill Scott break. That was not Jill in your head, but in my head it was. It's going to go in there and it's going to go twice a week. Usually when people start vaginal estrogen, they start it daily for 2 weeks and then they go to twice a week. just to kind of keep the tissues fertilized and supported. You can still be intimate with it. I would probably like not be intimate like right after I put it in there, but my body has estrogen in it anyway, generally speaking. So it's not like I'm like, oh, estrogen, my husband is going to be in contact with it. He's in contact with me and I have estrogen, and he has some estrogen too. I mean, hormones are not completely like, off the, like I have testosterone, right? Anyway, I'm going off a lot of tangents, but my point is vaginal estrogen can come in little pills that goes in the vagina. You don't take it orally. I mean, you could, but that's not what this is for the vagina. Hormone replacement therapy that we're trying to use systemically and trying to improve hot flashes and night sweats and all that stuff is different than what I'm talking about today, which is vaginal support for tissues that feel more uncomfortable or drier or more likely to break or bleed. Vaginal estrogen. And people even who aren't like in the full throes of menopause or even the late stages of perimenopause can use this. I feel like I'm early stage peri. I was having some hot flashes like last year. Now I don't really have them anymore. But I do occasionally feel like my vagina vulva is persnickety and finicky. And so here we are twice a week now with this support. So I hope this is helpful. Let me know in the comments if you have questions about this. This is a little bit of a topic that doesn't get talked about enough, I don't think, but I really think it warrants a lot of conversation because why be uncomfortable out here? Why suffer? So I hope this is helpful. I'm going to go handle this business and get to work. So I hope y'all have a great day. And as always, visit your friendly local gynecologist. Bye.